Well, we're in the middle of the sixth inning. And the Ballantine Bard has this to say. 3:44. Tripled in the first inning, lined out to deep center in the fourth. Ellis Kinder fires. The pitch is high, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Boy, I'm just forgetting all the adjectives. Just sitting here, just trying to be as calm as you can, and just reporting the ball game. Two magnificent teams fighting their hearts out, and it's a spectacle. The 2-1 pitch, swung on, it's a fly ball, hit out into center field. Dom under it, waiting, and he's got it. One away then, the last of the sixth inning, and up comes Johnny Lindell, who twice has walked. The man who, with one swipe of his bat yesterday, put the Yankees into contention again. With that dramatic 2-out, eighth-inning homer. John batting at .239. It's 1-0 New York, last of the sixth. Now Ellis Kinder going to work again, delivers. Lindell takes inside, ball 1. And now your pitch. Right in there for a called strike. 1-1. Outfield deep, swung way around toward left. Infield shaded well around toward third. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1-0 New York, sixth inning. Kinder fires. Lindell takes strike 2 call over the outside corner. That Kinder has been just out of this world since that first inning. Got behind on Rizzuto on the 3-2 pitch and Phil tripled and scored on Henrik's infield out. Since then, the Yanks have had but 2 hits, a triple by DiMaggio and a single by Rizzuto. There's a pitch low outside, ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, last the sixth inning. Kinder taking his time, looking up at the wind, which is blowing out toward left. Looking at the flag to see which way the wind is blowing. Now he's ready for that 2-2 pitch. In it comes, and Lindell takes high for ball 3. 3-2. Billy Johnson's on deck. Now the full count. Strike 3 call over the outside corner. A full count pitch, nipped that outside corner. And that's the 5th strikeout for Kinder. And with 2 down, up comes Billy Johnson. Johnson hitting at .246. A torrid struggle. Kinder methodically firing away. Gets it in there for a call strike. He has been almost perfection itself. The 36-year-old right-hander comes in now with a pitch that swung on, line to the right center for a base hit. Cirillo goes over, cuts it off on 2 hops, throws on into second to door, and Johnson's on with a single to right center, but with 2 down. And up comes Cliff Mapes, who grounded to second and flied to center. That's the 4th hit off Kinder. Been 6 in the ball game, 2 for Boston, 4 for New York. The last 2 Yankee hits have come with 2 outs. Always makes a difference. Not always, but most of the time. Not quite so much pressure on your pitcher. He knows he only has to get 1 man out. So Mapes is up there. And the pitch. Swung on a little roller, hit down toward third. Kinder races over, picks it up, fires. It's a nice play, and he gets the runner for the out. Mapes topped the pitch, a little roller down toward third that Kinder fielded brilliantly. And got his man. No runs for New York, 1 hit, no errors for the Red Sox. 1 left on for the Yankees, and at the end of 6 innings. New York, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. Boston, no runs, 2 hits, no errors. The Yankees have stranded 6, the Red Sox 4. And Red Sox fans by the thousands stand up here at Yankee Stadium for their 7th inning stretch. And the Red Sox in the seventh inning will come up with Bobby Doerr and Al Zarilla and Billy Goodman. Looking now at the Ballantyne three-ring scoreboard again. Chicago at St. Louis in the American League. It's 4-3 in favor of the White Sox. Seavers had a homer in the seventh to one on Bill White pitching for Chicago. Zach Taylor's been using a different pitcher every inning. Garver, Ostrowski, Fannin, Farage, Drews, Kennedy, Poppy, and Embry now in the eighth. They're playing a doubleheader. At Detroit, Lemon for Cleveland, Trucks for Detroit, 1-0 Cleveland, then at 2.5. Washington 2, Philadelphia nothing, then at 6.5. Frisky against White. Kittle came on in the fifth. And in the National League, Pittsburgh beat Cincinnati the first game 4-2. Chambers besting Fox. Cooper had a homer. Raffensperger against Worley in the second game. Reds got one in the first inning. The Cardinals 6, Cubs nothing. Last the fourth, Paulette against Schmitz with delayed rush and Hacker in relief. Musial a homer. Dodgers 7, Phils 4. Last the fifth inning. Newcomb relieved by Barney in the fourth. Myers started for the Phils. Roberts, Thompson, Simmons, and Constanti in relief. Pitch to Doerr outside. Ball one. Jones in the fourth inning. A home run for the Phils, 2 on. Kennedy against Bond, Giants and Braves. It is 2-1 Braves. Last the eighth. All right, Bobby Doerr hitting at 291. Here's the pitch. Strike one call over the outside corner. 1-1 on Bobby. Slide to right and singled. Back at second. Phil got a glove on the ball but couldn't hold it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the seventh inning, 1-0, favor the Yankees. Big crash, he's into the windup. In comes the pitch. High, very high, ball 2. While we're passing out our thanks go to Dr. Sidney Gaynor, who has had probably very little time for his private practice, taking care of all these Yankee injuries throughout the year. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bobby Doerr leading off in the top of the seventh inning. Big crash into the windup. In comes the pitch. Swung on, pop foul, out of play. Coming back behind, Yogi can't get to it. Ball drops right in front of us, and it's a 2-2 count. Tex Houston is throwing out in the bullpen for Boston. Doerr with a ball game. What hangs in the balance? 2 balls, 2 strikes. Doerr away from the plate. Rashi ready. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 3. The Philadelphia Phils got a run the last of the fifth at 7-5 favor the Dodgers over the Phils 10-5 innings. Now the payoff pitch to Doerr. Swung on to high pop-up out into short right. Coleman goes out on the grass. He's under it, calls for it. And look out, it's Mates. Mates makes the catch. Hendrick hollered Coleman off of it. Jerry was under it, and he suddenly started running towards second. But Tommy Hendrick was hollering to Coleman, get off it. Let Mates get it. 1 down, and up comes Al Zarilla.
Zarilla struck out.
Rashi says to Johnson, watch for the bunt. Just in case, here's your pitch. Swung on, a ground ball hit out to short. Rizzuto is up with it. Throws over to Hendrick. In time, the inning is over. 4 runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on, and the 7th inning stretch, and they're roaring. Well, while the fans are out here taking that stretch, it's a mighty good time for you to take a quick trip to the refrigerator for a bottle of Ballantyne beer. If you're listening in at your favorite tavern, don't just say 1 up, but be sure to ask the man for Ballantyne. Enjoy the 2 B's, baseball and Ballantyne. As you linger over that sparkling glass of Ballantyne beer, as you feel it trickle down your throat, you'll say, "Oh, man, this is the life." Baseball and Ballantyne beer. And while we're on this pleasant subject, folks, I'd like to remind you that it's a smart idea to keep plenty of Ballantyne on ice at home at all times, to serve at mealtime, to enjoy during leisure hours. So at your dealers, be sure to look for the 3 rings. Ask him for Ballantyne beer. Getting ready for the last of the seventh inning. It'll be Coleman, Rashi, and Rizzuto coming up. Ellis Kinder out on the mound. The lone run of the game was scored in the first inning when Rizzuto opened with a triple into the left field corner and scored on Hendricks' infield out. Now Jerry Coleman awaits the pitch. Takes a strike right in there. That Kinder has, since that first inning, been tremendous. One strike to count. Coleman batting at 274. Coleman bounced out to Kinder and grounded out to short. Pesky in close at third. Outfield straight away. The delivery just outside. Ball one, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Last of the seventh inning. Yankees won, Red Sox nothing. A bitter battle between two great ball clubs. The pennant at the end of the rainbow. Now the 1-1 pitch to Jerry. Strike 2 call, a beautiful hook that broke over the outside corner. The Cardinals fail to score in the fifth inning, and it's 6-0 in favor of St. Louis. Cubs batting. The last half of the fifth. Dodgers lead the Phils 7-5 at the end of 5. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jerry Coleman choking that bat 3 inches or so. Awaits Kinder's delivery. Here it comes. And Coleman swings and drives on the right side. Dom DiMaggio races over, and he's going to get under it and hauls it in. Boy, how that guy can cover ground. He bends over low and races like a greyhound and hauls them in. Dodgers fail to score in the top of the sixth inning. Now here's Vic Rashi coming up. Kinder going to work on his mound opponent. First pitch is swung on, foul tip, strike 1. Rashi took a good cut. Vic hitting at 159. One strike to count. Kinder throws way outside. Ball 1, 1-1. Phil Rizzuto's on deck. Now the 1-1 pitch. Curve is in there for call. Strike 2. 1-2. Beautiful sweeping curve. One ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Last the seventh inning. 1-0 New York. Kinder throws. Rashi takes outside. Ball 2. 2-2. There is a possibility that this would be Kinder's last inning of pitching. Tebbets and Kinder, first 2 men up in the 8th inning. McCarthy may Derek Kinder for a pinch hitter. That's just a possibility. The 2-2 pitch swung on. Loop foul back to first, out of play. The ball dropping into the lower seats. The Red Sox will be coming up for the 8th inning, and Joe McCarthy will begin to make his move. So that's entirely possible Kinder will be taken out for a pinch hitter. Tebbets will be leading off, and then will come after the 9th spot in the order, Dom DiMaggio. Now the 2-2 delivery. And Rashi swings and hits a fly ball out into short right. Al Zarilla under the ball, and he makes the catch. 2 down, and up comes the Scooter, who tripled in the first inning and scored the only run of the game thus far. Fouled out to Tebbets and single to center. Phil batting at 277. What a great year he's had. He has been a spark plug. Two down, Kinder going to work. And his pitch. High and inside to Phil, ball 1. The right-hander throws. Phil takes outside for ball 2. You know, again we say it's tough, real rough and tough, to see two great clubs like this together where one must lose. The pitch, swung on, lined right to Stevens at short for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. At the end of 7 innings, the Yankees 1 run, 4 hits, no errors, 6 left on. The Red Sox, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 4 men left on. Well, as we go to the top of the 8th inning, Buddy Tibbetts will be leading off. We're going to pause briefly for station identification. WINS New York, 1010 on your dial. He led the American Association in hitting, and he's ready to move in now to bat for Kinder. He's had 1 out of 4 with the Red Sox. Tom Wright, left-hand hitter.
Tibbetts grounded out, shortstop to first
Top of the
base.
8th inning. So Rashi goes to work. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Dom DiMaggio's on deck. Billy Johnson in close at third. Big gap in left center in the outfield. Here's your pitch. Low outside, ball 2. Now Casey Stengel is trying to move somebody. Casey Stengel is trying to move his outfield a little more toward the left. 2-0 count on the pinch hitter. Batting for Kinder, top of the 8th inning. Rash's 2-0 pitch. Strike 1, it's called. A fastball poured through there. Two balls, 1 strike. Vic ready. And the 2-1 pitch. Strike 2, it's called. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 out in the 8th inning. Vic again ready. Into the windup round comes the arm to pitch. Swung on, fouled back to the screen. The count holds at 2-2.
Tom Wright is the
Cardinals
batter.
6, Cubs 1 at the end of 5 innings. Dodgers 7, Phils 5 at the end of 5 innings. Yanks 1, Red Sox nothing. 8th inning. 1 out. Tom Wright pinch hitting for Ellis Kinder. A count of 2-2. Vic Rashi starts the windup. Around comes the right arm. Here's the pitch. High, ball 3. Full count now, 3-2. And that was the big pitch for Rashi. Vic throws the rubber. All right, ready for the payoff pitch. Here it comes. That's outside. Ball 4 and right's on. So the Red Sox get Tom Wright on base. Rashi was pretty even with him, 2-2, but lost him. Now you've got Dom DiMaggio stepping in and Johnny Pesky to follow. Dom grounded to first, grounded to short, flied to center. And Rashi now has got to bow his neck as you move down to the line. All the Red Sox in front of their dugout. Johnson in close to third. Dom hitting a 308. Here's your pitch. Strike 1, it's called. Fastball over the inside corner, letter high. Man, the tension is just popping. Banta has gone in to pitch for Brooklyn in the 6th. The Red Sox are out there rooting. Rashi gets his sign. Henry hollers to Bix, I'm going to play it halfway. Now, wait a minute. Yeah, okay. We're ready. Stretch, a check to the runner. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball one. 1-1. Leonard pitching now for the Cubs in the sixth. Both bullpens are working hard. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out in the eighth inning. Vic all set. Checks Tom Wright moving off first. The pitch to Dom. Swung on a bouncer. Hit out to Rizzuto. He's grabbing it. Runs, steps on second. Fires to first. A double play. Boy, the little scooter grabbed that one. He said, "Look out, Jerry. Get away. I'm coming." He ran, stepped on second, and fired to Henrik for the DP. Well, sir, the good Lord above only knows what's going to happen. Because the Red Sox will come up in the ninth inning with Pesky, with Williams, with Stevens, and if need be, Dorr and Cirilla. They got their power. The Red Sox can be in any better position for a ninth inning onslaught. But here we come to the last of the eighth inning, and you know who's coming in for Kinder, don't you? Mel Parnell. And the Yankees will have here in the last of the eighth inning Henrik, Berra, and DiMaggio. And so the tension is just out of this world as Mel Parnell comes on. Speaking about Mel, I'm still with you.
Yes, sir, you sure are. You know, you got a nice look there in your face. You must be thinking about something nice.
Well, I guess I was at that. I'm supposed to say, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, that round about this time, I get to thinking how nice it would be to have a thick, juicy steak in front of me with French fries on the side and a bottle of Ballantine ale. But I got news for you. I'm not thinking about that right now. Well, I got plenty of time to think about that when the game is over.
And I'm supposed to say that's a pretty picture, all right.
It is a pretty picture.
Ale fits into it just perfect. You know, Mel, it's hard to believe how good Ballantine ale really is with a meal, seriously, until you tried it.
Oh, man, everybody knows that. Ballantine ale makes any meal practically a feast. Wonderful. So, friends, next time the meal's on the table, give yourself a treat. Look for the 3 rings. Call for Ballantine, America's largest selling ale. Last half of the eighth inning, Tommy Henrik leads off. Mel Parnell has come on. Ellis Kinder pitched magnificent ball. Heart-breaking ball for him for 8 innings. And back-breaking for the Yankees. For 7 innings. 7 innings of 4-hit ball. Walked 3 and struck out 5. Mel Parnell pitches. Henrik swings and fouls it off back to third, out of play to the upper deck as he shifted his feet trying to hit the left field. But Kinder went 7 innings. He allowed 4 hits. Walked 3 and struck out 5. Gave up only 1 run. A magnificent performance. Mel Parnell pitches. Henrik swings and sends a long drive to right field. I don't know if it's deep enough or not. It is going, it's gone! Mel Parnell into the windup. Around comes the left arm. Here's the pitch. High and inside to Yogi. Ball 1, 1-1. Parnell's pitch. Swung on, line, foul down the right field line. And it's a 2-2 count on Berra. Yankees 2, Red Sox nothing. Last the 8th inning. The Red Sox have got Pesky, Williams, and Stevens coming up in the top of the ninth. Here's your pitch. Berra swings and lines one into left center field for a base hit. Williams goes over, cuts the ball off. Berra takes his turn, then comes back to first. He singles to left center. And out comes Earl Combs. That's going to be all for Parnell. Mel Parnell comes on, gives up 2 hits. That's going to be all for the left-hander. And a new pitcher will come out of the bullpen. So Parnell here in the 8th inning. Tex Houston's going to come on. Parnell came on the 8th to work the 2 hitters. A home run and a single. As we told you yesterday, oddly enough, Parnell is more effective against right-hand batters than he is against left-hand batters. The way his pitches take off. His fastball, in other words, takes off into the left-hand batter. So Tex Houston comes on. Tex coming on from the bullpen for the 29th time this year. He last worked on the 29th I checked that on the 11th of September against Philadelphia, so he's had a long rest. Houston, the first pitch to Joe DiMaggio, and then Johnny Lindell. Looks like Johnny Myers hanging around that bat rack. Houston taking his warm-ups. Checking the scoreboard, there's nothing new. At the end of 5 innings, it's 6-1. At the end of 5.5 innings, it's 6-1 in favor of the Cardinals. Cubs batting in the last to 6. Philadelphia batting in the last to 6. The Dodgers leading them 7-5. Joe Dobson is throwing the bullpen now for Boston. It's 2-0 New York. Last the 8th inning. Tommy Henry greeted Mel Parnell with a home run. And Berra singled. Out he went, and Tex Houston's coming on. How about that White? Didn't that White pitch for Washington today? White and Hiddle shut out Philadelphia. All right, Joe DiMaggio steps in. He tripled and flied to center twice. Houston looks in and got his sign. Goodman holding against Berra. Here's the pitch. Strike 1, it's called. Houston fired a fast one over the inside corner. Tex thus gave no indication that he'd be wild at all coming out of the bullpen. He'd been warming up a lot. Pesky near the third baseline. The stretch, the pitch. DiMaggio takes strike 2 call over the inside corner. Beautiful pitch by Houston. And he got DiMaggio in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Last the 8th inning. Houston all set. Has a look. The pitch. Outside, ball 1, 1-2. That's Texas firing that ball. One ball, 2 strikes. And now the right-hander with the stretch. Throws. DiMaggio swings and sends the bounder out the door. Door up with it. Over to Stevens for 1. Back to first. It is a double play. Joe DiMaggio hits into the double play. Door to Stevens to Goodman. The Philadelphia Phils came up with another pair in the last of the 6th inning, and it's 7-7. Brooklyn and the Phils tied up at 7-7, 10 of 6 innings. Now here's Johnny Lindell. And the pitch to John. Outside, ball one. Now you're delivering. High, ball two. Here's the pitch. Swung on a ground ball, hit back through the middle, out in the center for a base hit. So the double play was a big one. Knocked off a run, and Casey finally saying, why did I have the man Joe Bunton? Well, just kidding about that. Casey's done a magnificent job. I wouldn't second guess the manager at any time. So I didn't mean to. Just kidding about that. Billy Johnson's being called away from the plate. Is he? Or is Hank Bauer is being called in from the bullpen. He's going to run for Lindell, I think. Hank Bauer is going to go in to run for Lindell. Give John a big hand, everybody. Bauer's going to run for Lindell. And Billy Johnson steps in. Grounded to second, struck out, swing to the right. 2 down. Pitch. High outside, ball one. Houston throws. Strike call right in there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Last 3 coming 2-0 New York. 2 outs. Bauer moves off first. Let's see some sets. Throws. Third is low outside for ball 2. 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, foul off to the right of the plate, out of play into the upper deck. That's a 2-2 count on Billy. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Billy Johnson gets the base hit.
So Cliff Mates is coming up with 2 down. 4 hits during this inning, but they've only gotten 1 run. That was Henry's inning-opening homer. The match bounces a double play to break the back of a potential rally. They may have given Williams an error on bombing that ball, enabling Bauer to go to third. 2 down, Mates is up. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Mates grounded to second, flying to center, and bounced out to the pitcher. They flashed it on the board. I don't think they could have given him an error on it. They didn't do it, did they? Here's your pitch. Swung on, foul off, back to third, out of play into the upper deck. They did give him an error on bobbing the ball, which enables Bauer to take the extra base. It is of no importance at all. Mates is a big guy here. Takes outside. Ball 2, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. Bauer on third, Johnson on first. Houston ready. Here's the pitch. Swung on and foul back. Strike 2, 2-2. Houston ready, runners lead off first and third. The pitch, high, ball 3, almost a wild pitch. Caught over the head of Tebbett. Full count now, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners on first and third. There goes Johnson, the pitch, outside, ball 4, and they're loaded up. And the batter is Jerry Coleman. Jerry Coleman steps up, hitting his .274. Bounced out to the pitcher, grounded to short, and flied to center. Tebbetts goes out to talk to Houston now. Coleman comes up, goes down the line. Frank Facetti's going out to talk to him. He's got Bauer on third, Johnson on second. Flip Mates on first base. 2 down. 8th inning, 1 run in. And you've got Pesky, Williams, and Stevens, first 3 men up in the top of the 9th inning for Boston. All right, Houston going to work. Probably fire that first one right through there. Here's the pitch. Swung on, little looper into short right field. Gorilla comes fast, and he can get it. Here comes Bauer. Here comes Johnson. Here comes Mates digging for the plate. And Mates scores down there. 3, and there's a throw to third. And Coleman is out at third for 3-run score. And Gorilla's hurt in right field. A looping single in the right field. Gorilla tried desperately for the shoestring catch. With a ton of mistakes, Al Gorilla tried desperately for the shoestring catch. And he almost got it. And he didn't quite make it, and he's hurt. And 3 runs scored. And on the play, Coleman was out at third on the relay. The ball was grabbed by Dom DiMaggio in behind Gorilla. It was cut off by Goodman, who fired to Pesky at third, and Coleman was out at third. And Gorilla is hurt, and 3 runs came in on it. The inning is over. 4 runs came in for New York. They lead 5-0 as we go to the top of the 9th inning. And 3 RBIs for Jerry. Scored as a double. He's out at third. Dom DiMaggio to Goodman to Pesky. Al Gorilla made a magnificent try. What a game guy. And he's up. And listen to hand point. For New York. 5 hits. 1 error. Nobody left on. And so we come to the top of the 9th inning. Hats off to our great guy, Al Gorilla. He tried sensationally and desperately to touch that ball. And your hats off to him. Now you've got Hank Bauer in left field. Matt stays in center, Mates in right. And we're ready now for the top of the 9th inning. And Gorilla getting a hand as he moves off the field. At the end of 6.5 innings in Chicago, it is 6-1 in favor of the Cardinals. Cubs batting in the last of 6. The Dodgers are tied up at 7-7. All right, it's top of the 9th inning. And here's Johnny Pesky leading off. Fly to left, line to Rashian walk. Pitch starts the windup. In comes the pitch. Inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. There's action in the Yankee bullpen. Now Big delivers. Strike 1 it's called. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Big getting set. The outfield straight away. Johnson in close at third. Here's the pitch. Swung on, he missed. Strike 2 as he tried to hit the left field. 1-2 to count now on Pesky. One ball, 2 strikes. Big standing behind the hill. Eyes on the rubber. Right-hander's into the windup. Round comes the right arm. Here's the pitch. Curve is just high. Ball 2, 2-2. Dodgers fail to score in the top of the 7th inning. Phils are batting in the last of 7. It's 7-7. Now the 2-2 pitch. Low, ball 3. It's a full count on Testy. John Testy got the count to 3-2. Ranky was ahead of him 1-2. It's all set. The payoff pitch. Swung on, popped up in the air behind the plate. Yogi's getting under it. He's waiting, and he's got it, and it went away. One away in the ninth inning. And up comes Ted Williams, hitting at .343. Buster Stevens on deck. Rasky ready to go to work. Williams walked, grounded to second, fly to center. The shift is on. In comes the pitch. Swung on. There's a drive going foul down the right field line, out of play into the upper deck. Strike one. Ninth inning at Yankee Stadium. Yankees 5. The Red Sox nothing. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Vic has looked around the outfield. Now he's going to work. Williams set. In comes the pitch. Inside to Ted for a ball, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Rasky goes to Rosenbag. There's action still going on out in the Yankee bullpen. Now the 2-1 pitch. And it is low, ball 3. 3-1. And Yogi turns to question the decision by Hubbard. A 3-1 count on Williams. Right, the 3-1 pitch. Strike 2 at short to me. Full count now, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the ninth inning. Vic ready. So is Williams. The windup. Around comes the arm. The payoff pitch. Swung on. Grounded foul down the first baseline. The ball comes off to Mate down and right. Flips it over to the right field umpire at Hurley. Cardinals fail to score in the 7th inning. They lead the Cubs by a score of 6-1. Phils and Dodgers all tied up 7-7. Will last the 7th. The Cardinal win. The Dodger loss will deadlock the National League race and require a 2-out-of-3 playoff. All right, Rasky kicks it out in front of the rubber now. Rubs up the cover of a new ball. Taking plenty of time. Now he's ready. Starts to wind up. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on. It's caught high in the air, but it's off to the right of the plate. May go out of play. Back on the screen. And Williams is still alive. Buster Stevens is on deck. Bobby Dorr to follow. End of 7 innings at 6-1. Cardinals leading the Cubs. All right, Rasky again is set for his payoff pitch. Gets his sign and steps off the rubber. Vic wants to think this